Hey everybody, welcome back to Chicago Reacts. My name is Michael and this is Zach. We're both actors here in Chicago and we're doing some more reaction videos for you today.
And today in particular, we're looking at the Harry Potter Skirmishes by Internet Historian. I have not seen this video. I've of course heard of Internet Historian. I feel like if you have ever been on YouTube, you've seen or have heard of or have watched a Chicago Reacts version to an Internet Historian video. So yeah, today we're going to be looking at this one in particular.
Yeah, my only context for this is Harry Potter. I know Harry Potter, so we'll see what this take is on it. I'm interested to dive in.
Hi there. It's me, J.K. Rowling. You know me from the series that inspired the Harry Potter erotica, and the ghostwriter for Tyler Oakley's autobiography. But I have another tale to weave for you today, and it's about spoilers. Flashback. 2005. My sixth book is coming out soon. The kids are excited. The parents are misguided. And the hype is building.
Wait, I gotta pause because I remember going to pick up this sixth book from Borders. Do you guys remember Borders books? It used to be in competition with Barnes & Noble. Barnes & Noble then eventually took it over, but Borders books. I went to a midnight release of Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince.
Man, I went for the fourth book, but man, that's crazy.
But you did go to a midnight release?
Yeah. They're
so
fun.
fun.
They're fun.
So fun.
That's crazy. I was part of the craze. That's great.
But the popularity of the series also had some unintended effects. It gave rise to four nefarious groups, houses, if you will. The first, the bootleggers, making and selling knockoff merch, as well as knockoff
Harry Potter
books.
was in this Sonic.
The second, the gamblers. Thousands of individuals betting hundreds of thousands of dollars on the outcome of the story. Who would die next?
I never knew about that.
Who would Harry hook up with? And the third group, the thieves. One of them stole an early copy of the book and tried to sell it to the Sun newspaper for £50,000. This was getting serious. So the publishers started ramping up security. They put GPS trackers on all the pallets. Guards were stationed 24 hours a day. No one outside of a very small group was allowed to get their hands on the book. But despite the extra efforts, there was a leak. Which brings us to that fourth group, the Spoy Boys. They didn't care about money. All they wanted was to ruin the fun. You probably know these three magic words. Snape kills Dumbledore. The spoiler started on a few small forums and quickly spread everywhere, and then it went from online to RL. Teens were taking to their moms' minivans and heading out to bookstores where queues to buy the Half-Blood Prince were stretched around the block.
Snape kills Dumbledore! Oh! Hey! Snape kills Dumbledore!
But that wasn't all. They started printing custom shirts, posters, even car enthusiasts were getting in on the action. Spoilers, get it? But worst hit of all, with the sacred Potter forums. People were making accounts there and posting spoilers in every thread.
There's a special
I couldn't bear to watch. But there was an even bigger event on the horizon. The final book in the series. And this would contain the greatest spoilers of all. Fast forward to 2007. It's getting worse. There's now a fifth group, journalists, who are rummaging through my trash looking for scraps of paper. We started taking it very seriously. More GPS trackers, more guards. We made fake endings. We even got the GCHQ involved to conduct surveillance on some of those first three groups. We did everything we possibly could for my precious book. And yet, the retailer DeepDiscount.com sent the bloody thing out to customers a week early. And the Spoy Boys were more prepared and organized than ever. July 18th, they called it P-Day, because they're not that creative. Attacks on the shores of the United States.
Harry's a Horcrux!
Dobby dies, Tonks dies, Moody dies. Dies for Harry because Snape likes Harry's mom. Malfoy lives, actually.
He's dead. He is so dead right now.
Ruin some lives.
Hey! Guys! Guys! Voldemort killed Harry!
Snake dies, everybody enjoy the book.
Attacks in the streets of London.
Attention, children. Voldemort killed Snape.
Snape dies for Harry! Fred Weasley died at 6:37.
And everywhere else, too. World of Warcraft, Furcadia, more shirts, posters with bolder font, more cars,
man.
even a shitty cake. A few people even made a massive banner and hung it over the motorway to
gotta
ruin
let
it for
people
morning
like what they
commuters.
like.
They were stopped by police, thankfully.
Just ruin everything.
But the hardest hit of all, again, was the sacred Potter Forums. 2:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, someone managed to get access to the site admin. They wrote a message with every single spoiler in it, set recipients to all, and hit send. Everyone registered to the site. Thousands of the most dedicated fans
You've got mail.
received the email. The only thing they could do was temporarily close down the forum. And that brings us to why I'm telling you all this. Because there were always supposed to be 8 books in the series. And now you'll never get to read the final installment. Harry Potter and the unbelievable plot twists that change everything. Because you couldn't keep your mouths shut. Now, if you'll excuse me, it's tea time at my private moon castle. Toodaloo.
3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
Great Photoshop.
Yes.
Oh my God, the dedication. Beautiful.
That
Absolutely beautiful.
I had no idea. Did you know that any of that stuff happened?
No.
I didn't know any of that happened. I mean, man, I would be so frustrated. I mean, I'm assuming I never knew there was supposed to be an 8th book. And
Is that a legit thing?
I don't know. I'm going to assume that it is for our conversation at least.
Okay.
But I can totally understand that if you're like, putting all this work and effort into telling this story and people just keep ruining it, just being like, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah, I mean, oh my God. Especially, I mean, Harry Potter, like, regardless of what you think about the author, like, is one of the greatest, maybe the single greatest, like book, children's book, or whatever, ever written. You know what I mean? So God, could you? I'm trying to imagine what it would be like to be in their shoes, because I wasn't one of those people who like read the books right away. Like, I was always busy with school or other things, or so I wasn't like go get the book night one and read it until I was finished. But man, like if you were one of those people who had been waiting years and years and years to find out how the series ends, and then someone comes in with a megaphone, and like obviously you can't prepare for that. You can't.
Right. And I wonder if I would like not take it seriously or not really like remember that if someone just yelled it out. But getting an email blast, like if you're getting
from
hit
Harry
from
Potter
it, like
forums, from your most trusted supposed fan site, like
that's so awful. I mean, and it's interesting too because like I think about like the Marvel series, and I feel like maybe there's some spoiler stuff. Like I know Game of Thrones, you always had to watch out for spoilers, but it was like, well, just don't go on the internet until you watch the episode because people are going to be talking about it. But like people actively trying to like spoil something for you. Right. I feel like and again, maybe I was just ignorant of it and unaware, but man, that's such an awful culture to just be like, no, I'm going to ruin it for you. Right. I know you're super excited about it, but I'm going to ruin it.
And at the same time, like as I was watching that, like I couldn't help but feel so nostalgic at the same time. Like for all the good stuff from back then, obviously not this, but the idea of like, going to midnight book releases and it was just a completely different time with regards to media as it is today.
Yeah.
Like when they release something now, it's like it's thrown on Netflix and all 8 episodes are there right away.
Right,
So
yeah.
you could really watch it at your own pace. But like this was different. This was what, 8, 9, 10 years in the making? Because when was the first book written? Do you know?
90 something,
Yeah, that's crazy.
or when it was at least distributed.
Yeah,
I think it was like mid 90s.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wild.
Man. Well, if you have a horrible spoiler story where something was ruined for you, let us know in the comment section down below so we can just send you some love and let you know that we're sorry that happened to you. And yeah, and also like if you experienced any of this, we'd love to know that in the comment section down below because yeah, as we've been saying, like I was so unaware of that was happening. And maybe I was just too young at the time or it just didn't happen directly to me. So yeah, definitely let us know your experience with that. And you know, check out our other Chicago Reacts videos. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Yeah, we got some other good stuff to check out.
Yeah, and Mike and I, we promise to never spoil anything for you guys. It's kind of hard to do with the reaction channel, but we
Just
gotcha.
in case.
We
Yeah, we're
gotcha.
gonna.
We gotcha. All right, we'll see you guys next time on Chicago Reacts.